So Midwest Food Bank is a faith-based nonprofit, basically seek to alleviate hunger and malnutrition across the nation as well as internationally. We provide disaster relief to areas that are impacted, and we do this all without discrimination and just trying to share the love of Christ. Midwest Food Bank was founded 20 years ago by a few farmers. They were just looking to help their neighbors that were in need of some extra food. What they didn't know was God had a bigger plan for them, and after several years, they decided to help bring some food down to Hurricane Katrina area, which was in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And they used their farm equipment to transfer down a total of 167 semis. So that was really the spark that ignited the growth of Midwest Food Bank. So they expanded into other areas, including Arizona, which was in 2017.
My wife and I were looking through a website called Charity Navigator, and this was back in December of 14, and we were looking for year-end giving. And we saw this little food bank, and it was called Midwest Food Bank. You know, we studied everything we could, and we sent in a small contribution, and I got a thank you call from one of the founders in January of 15. And I said, how can we do this in Arizona? By September, we had a building. By March 1 of 17, we had a food bank.
The core programs that we have here are Food for Nonprofits, Hope Packs, Tender Mercies, and Disaster Relief. So Food for Nonprofits, basically a middleman for the nonprofits that are needing food and are feeding the community. So these tend to be food pantries, churches, schools, transitional housing, all sorts of things. We serve 265 here in Arizona. Hope Packs are weekend backpack meals. So there's some kids that get free breakfast and lunch at school, but they don't really have any food at home on weekends. And so we create a Hope Pack, which is enough food for a couple of days for these kids to bring home in their backpack and get them ready to come back to school on Monday with something in their stomach and ready to learn. We have Tender Mercies, which is a rice and bean meal. It is something that our dietitian put together. It is very nutritious, has tons of vitamins, protein, and nutrients within it. And then lastly is a disaster relief. So typically the disasters are natural and they're more maybe in the southeastern areas of the United States. But here in Arizona, the disasters typically end up being fires, flooding, and actually heat relief too.
We need to serve. After us came Texas, then Philadelphia, then Connecticut, Haiti, and then Africa after that. We need to grow in order to continue to show the love of Jesus.